Yo, what is going on, guys? Here, my name is XPuzzleman, and today I got for you a Minecraft tutorial. What we're going to be teaching you guys today is we're going to be teaching you how to build a Minecraft modern house, and this is only going to take one part or one video. Usually most of my builds take quite a few parts, but this is going to be a relatively simple house. It's going to be a smaller one, but we're going to be able to get it done fast, and it's going to actually look pretty good. The actual final product should be in the top right corner right about now. You should see that, and you should also see it in the thumbnail as well. So that's what you're going to be building. Let's go ahead and build it today right about now. Let's go ahead and get started. All we're going to need is some cracked stone bricks, some blocks of quartz, oak wood planks, jungle wood planks, spruce wood planks, a fence or many fences, and some glass panes. If there's any additions, I'm going to go ahead and mention that. Not 100% sure if that's everything that's good. All I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to kind of cut once we're done with the exterior build, and then we're going to do the interior. It's going to still be one episode, but we're just going to go ahead and kind of cut so I can kind of regroup and figure out what I'm going to do for the interior. If you guys would like to download this map, the link should be in the description, so go ahead and knock yourself out. Let's go ahead and get started. All we're going to do is we're just going to start off with pretty much, it's going to be real simple. We're going to go ahead, we're actually going to add one more thing, guys. Just type in wood right here. It should just be one of these spruce wood slabs or some and also some dark oak wood slabs. So let's go ahead and put those down. I think we're just going to use the spruce though. So let's go ahead and start off with that. We're just going to go ahead and put down, I'd say, somewhere on the lines of 3 down right here, and then we're also going to use our 3 spruce woods along with that as well. So go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and go I'd say about 4 up as well. So 1 2 3 4. Go ahead and do that right there, and then add that like this. Get your whatever your spruce wood. If we could go ahead and find that, that'd be absolutely nice. And then just extend that out. We're going to do this 3 or 4 times and see how this works. So keep adding that, keep using your, you know what, we're actually going to, we're just going to keep that like that. So keep finding your spruce wood, so they're both right here. Alright, we're just going to keep going like this. Just keep adding your spruce wood and keep going up with it. We're going to do this 4 times, I believe. Yeah, 4 times, and that's going to be the extent of it. So I have trouble actually finding my items. Alright, there we go. And then we're going to add our spruce wood slabs. So it should look something like this. We're going to go ahead and add our 5th one. We're not going to do this. This is the only thing you're going to see, but it should look something like this. Then add that spruce wood slab. Oh, nope, up here. And that's the extent of it right there. So that's what you should go ahead and look at right there. We're going to go ahead now and add some oak wood planks. It's going to be real simple. All you're going to have to do is you're going to just kind of go to this last one right here. So you can see this little middle area right here. This one right here. So it's right from the top right down here. You're just going to follow it right here and then go out with it. So it should go out and look something like that. I just use that as kind of the example pit right there. And then just extend that one out 3 notches. So extend it out 3 notches right there. Build down upon it. We're going to keep building down and then make another column right there. Let's go ahead and do that. So there you have it right there. What you're going to do now is you're going to actually add another layer, so it looks like it's kind of layered off. Let's go ahead and do that just to look like that. Add 1 more layer of spruce oak wood. So I keep getting my woods mixed up. And now what we're going to do after that is we're going to add a layer, I'd say about 3 or 4 layers deep of these back here. So some more going on back here. So I'd say about 3 or 4. We're going to stick with, let's stick with 4. We're going to keep 4 and just kind of build it up. So it's going to look like a oak wood wall build up. So just keep adding to right here. And then you're next going to go ahead and kind of mimic this part right here, and you're just going to kind of go up with it. It's going to be the same dimension, so you only have 2 deep right here, so just keep it 2 deep and then build up to the same extent like this the one on the left was. So it's going to look kind of symmetrical on this portion right here. Just keep building up. If you're wondering the texture packs and the resource packs I'm using Flows HD along with a shaders mod pack. So go ahead and go on to our next one. We're going to go ahead and break out the spruce wood slabs once again, and we're going to actually start them off with this layer right here. We're going to have them 2 wide and do the kind of like the same thing you did last time with the spruce wood, and then we're just going to build up like that, just again like that again, but we're not showing any of the spruce wood, so keep just using those spruce wood slabs, going 2 out just like this. So actually we were a little off on that one. Let's go ahead, there we go. Do the bottom layer of each one for a spruce slab, so keep doing that just like this, and it should look something like this. It should end out something like that. And then I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go one more, or we're going to keep it that way. It's going to look something like this. And now we're going to actually break into the block of quartz. Just go ahead and make the same width of blocks of quartz, not that far out, just connecting to the spruce wood, then go up with it. So let's go ahead and go up with it just like this, and this should complete once we get one more the other side of the quartz. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, but this one is actually going to be, let's take a look real quick, I'd say about 3 wide. So let's do 1, 2, 3. Sorry guys, I'm looking at a picture right now. This is the best way I could think about how to mimic the actual build and the map link. If you guys want to know who actually built this, the map will be in the description. So should look something like that. That's actually going to be our base almost. We actually just need to go ahead and extend this out, I'd say 2. So just make it, extend it 3, but what we're doing right here with the third one is we're actually going to build down on it. So go ahead and build down right there, and we're going to keep going down just like that, and kind of don't screw up like I just did right there. Fill that all in right here. Should look something like this, or like that right there. Go ahead and extend this out, I'd say about 3, so 3 notches, just like the other side we had. And then we're actually going to go up quite a few. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the second layer. That's the first layer. That's your base layer right there. That's pretty easy, pretty simple to learn. What we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and start with our next layer, which is going to be more quartz. So keep that quartz in mind. I'm going to actually do a time set day real quick, and there you have it right there. We're going to go ahead and extend this out, extend this top quartz layer out, I'd say about, let's take a look. You know what? I think we're just going to keep it about that long. We're going to keep it 1, 2, 3. So extend it out 3, and then keep it going all the way until the halfway point right here, between these two right here. And we're actually going to stop it right there. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of mark that off. And then we're just going to extend this out and then eventually fill it in. So real easy, real simple, and there's your second layer to your base right there. So I think we're going to go ahead and make this 2, yeah, let's take a real quick look guys, just making sure, see how that turns out. Yeah, we're going to make this 2 layers deep, or 2 layers length, whatever you guys want to call it. Just keep it that length right there. We're just doing the kind of the skeleton area of it. We're not finishing it out yet. Now this isn't just like this. We're going to actually go ahead and make this go extend about 3 more. 1, 2, 3. So extend that 3 more, and then keep it like that. So it's going to look something like this. Let's keep going with that. Not sure if you need to fill all of this in, but we're going to keep it looking somewhat like this. So there you have it right there. We're going to go ahead, and now my shaders is kind of acting up on me just a little bit. We're going to fill in just, I'd say, oops, my bad. We're just going to go ahead and keep it the way it is just for right now. We're going to go ahead now and divide it with some cracked stone bricks. So let's go ahead and do that. What we're basically going to do is just outmatch this and actually do one more thing guys. Extend the cracked stone brick 1 farther than those bricks you have right there. So it should look something like this, and then we're actually going to go up with it. I'd say we go up, let's take a look. 1, 2, we'll kind of guesstimate here, but we're going to actually do the width real quick. So it's actually going to go all the way to this right here, this bad boy. Yeah, it should extend all the way to right there. So go ahead and extend this out all the way to this right here. So you should have room for 2. So hold up, one more. We actually kind of misinformed you guys right there. So it leaves 2 quartz blocks right there. So it should look something like that. Let's go ahead and start off with 3 layers. Yeah. No, we're going to keep it with 2 layers. So this is 2 layers for its little base area. So keep that somewhat like this, and then we're going to actually go up with this. So let's go ahead and do that, and it should look somewhat like this. So let's take a look and see how it kind of looks for right now. Let's keep extending up. Alright, yeah, let's keep extending up, guys. Let's check to see how 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to actually be 5, this right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's how thick the roof is. So that's what the roof is going to look like. Yeah, that should be it. That's how thick we're actually going to make our 6, because we're just that much cooler. I think the 6 one's going to look a little bit better. So that's how big your glass plane is going to look like, or your kind of window area. If you guys haven't already caught on, this is kind of a window area. And then we're actually going to extend this up 3 more. So it should look somewhat like this. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Now extend it out just like this. Keep extending. And we should look somewhat like this right there. Sorry if you hear this all rustling going on in the background. My lizards are kind of going at it right now. They're not like killing each other, but they're having a brawl, so to say. Alright, so that's what it's going to look like. Let's go ahead and actually fill this in with our glass. So let's go ahead and do that. All you have to do is just kind of do this. Just fill this in with the glass planes right here. Alright, let's actually connect, guys. Alright, there we go. If you screw this up, I'm not a master glass placer downer, so I tend to screw this crap up. Alright, so keep going with this. If we can keep going. Now this isn't going to look identical to the build you guys see kind of in the original design. Kind of have to add like a Exposure Man spice to it. So there we have it right there. Let's go ahead and not add a glass pane right there. Let's make up for our error. We actually cracked some stone bricks, or stone, whatever you want to call them. So it should look something like this right here. If we want to extend more glass, we actually might do that a little bit later, but for right now I think we're going to be good. So what we're going to do now is we're actually, since we have this going on right here, we're going to get some regular oak wood planks like we have right here, and we're going to kind of create a base. So let's go ahead and just fill all this in with oak wood planks. If we can go ahead and do that, that'd be very appreciative, but I don't seem to be functioning right now. Alright, so just fill everything in right here. And what this is going to allow us to do is it's going to allow us to put on our glass panes. So keep this going just like this, and kind of make somewhat of a barrier with it. So here we go, and this is actually going to lead up right to the edge right here. So keep that going, keep that in mind. It's going to lead up right to this edge right here. Although we are going to go ahead and place these cracked stone bricks all the way to the edge right here. So let's go ahead and fill that in right there. Just fill in this side area right here all the way to your however far you extended it, and it should look pretty good. So let's go ahead and keep doing that. Keep extending out. So this video should probably be about an hour, guys. This is probably just the extent of it. I'm not 100% sure. You guys probably already know what it should look like. We're actually going to go ahead, just make one little adjustment. We're going to make that just 3 up. So I think we actually filled it in. So just keep going ahead, put some more glass panes down. I was looking at it, guys, and I actually like it better the way it is after. So There you have it right there. I think we filled everything in. If we didn't, yeah, we filled everything in. Yeah, it looks a little bit better, guys. Now it's just 3 up, like right there. For some reason it was 4. And then you have your little kind of design right here. So you have that going on right there. We're going to go ahead after this now. We're going to actually get more cracked stone bricks. And we're going to kind of lead it into this area. It should look something like this. Yeah, so we're going to extend this, get your oak wood back out, my bad guys. And then extend it out a little bit, just somewhat like this. Now get back to your cracked stone, whatever this is called, it's cracked stone bricks, and then extend up, I'd say 4 up right now, so 1, 2, 3, 4. But on the 4th one, we're gonna go ahead and, yeah, we're gonna, let's take a look real quick. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We're just gonna keep the 4th one just like that. So keep the 4th one and go up with it, and then just kind of extend out to the side of this right here. So it should look somewhat like this. Extend this out right here, I'd say about 1 more. Yeah, we're gonna keep it 1 more, so just go ahead and layer that off just like that. And then it should kind of extend out perfectly. We're going to extend more oak wood right here, so our kind of patio area is getting bigger and bigger, guys. Should look something like that. We're going to go ahead now and kind of add on to it, and we're going to add, I'd say, about 3 more or 2 more layers on top of that, so it should look somewhat like this. And then just do that and fill everything in. So I don't know why I did the top one before I did the bottom or the middle one. I just kind of happened to be there. So should look somewhat like this. We're going to go ahead and just fill everything in after this. We might have to do our time set day. And it's actually looking really good with these shaders and this Flows HD. I really like this texture pack, to be honest, guys. So there you have it right there. Let's go ahead and do a time set day so we're not just like dying here. And what we're going to do now is, since we have all this, we're going to do one thing after this right here. We're going to go ahead and place down after this, yeah, we're going to extend this 1 more time, and we're going to actually add some more glass panes to this. So let's go ahead and do that. It's actually not going to be right there. Do not add that right there. We're just going to fill in kind of like this area right here with glass panes from what I see. So go ahead and extend it on all the way down. I'd say we might want to extend this 1 more. So let's go ahead and extend the cracked stone just 1 more, just for the effect, because I think this image is kind of distorting to me. Let's go ahead and do that. Just keep going like this right here, and if anything, we'll have to just extend this this whole area 1 more time. So this front area is actually going to be the most the largest one, or the most time consuming out of everything, just because when we're getting started. So I think we still have about 40 minutes left. We can keep working on the outside part. The interior will be easy, guys. If this takes so super long, it's gonna take super long. We want to get this right, guys, get this looking good. And yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's just go ahead and keep extending these out. These glass panes are really quite the most annoying thing to actually put on, and as you can see, I am quite the putz with them as well. So let's take that off, get these bad boys and put it right there. Nope, you dadgummit. Alright, we're gonna try this method right here, guys. Extend this out, these stain or whatever that crap is, and then maybe with that will work. Yeah, hey, adding on innovation. Alright, so just go ahead and finish this off right here. I'm about to blow a gasket right now. I'm so mad at all these glass panes. I think we're almost done with using these though. So it should look somewhat like this. We're actually going to end up probably going ahead and kind of adding a door to all that. But we're going to go ahead now and pretty much finish up everything else. One thing we do have to do, to my knowledge, is we're going to actually have to add right below this last glass pane from my knowledge, we're going to actually add some quartz, and this quartz is going to go down about 2, 3, yeah, 2. We're going to actually make this go 2 wide, so just keep that going right there and kind of you know, edge it over just like that. So just keep that in mind right there. We actually need to extend that right there and get that going. We're going to go now and use our last quartz pretty much and fill up all the way to the edge right here. So go ahead and do that right there. Should look somewhat like this. And we're actually going to just go just, I'd say, 2 wide, yeah. Just add 2 wide right here. And I'd say we're going to actually make this a little thicker. So I'm going to kind of add that in front. That's what this guy actually didn't do, who made this build. And kind of go up one over that. So do that right there. And we're going to go ahead and do one more thing after we're done with this. But go ahead and fill that in, because you probably only need to fill in this back layer right here. If we end up needing to fill in the more of it, we can go ahead and do that. But for right now, it should look somewhat like this, with it having this effect right here. So it should look somewhat like that right there. So go ahead and actually we're just gonna do that just like that. There we have it. There we have it, guys. Finally got this down right. So it should look somewhat like that right there. We're going to go ahead now and actually come out with this one. So as you can see, this is all coming out. But what we're going to do is, after this last one right here, we're actually going to create a kind of just put a row all the way leading up to this wall right here. And we're actually going to go probably right there. Yeah, it should just look something like that. That's what it should look like right there. And yeah, so that's your front area. That's what it's going to look like, guys. Yeah, nothing too simple about it. It actually took a lot faster than I expected. What we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and just kind of revelate all the way around. So we're going to start right here, then we're going to go to the back, and then we're going to finish up with that side over there, if you know what I'm saying. So let's go ahead and start off by extending all this right here. So just extend everything right there, looking like that. We're going to go ahead now, hold up 1 second. We're just going ahead and switching to the next photos just so I can see what I want to do with this. So what we're going to do now, what it looks like, this actually goes out quite a few, or quite a distance. So let's keep on going out. I'd say extend this thing from what it already is. So it should be in total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It should look about 11 wide so far. So go ahead and extend that out. If we need to extend it out even more, we'll keep doing that. This is actually a pretty simple side right here. Shouldn't take too long to go ahead and finish. So let's go ahead, extend it all out. We're going to keep on going with this. Hopefully you guys like this build. If you guys like this build so far, leave it a like. Definitely would appreciate that. Let's keep on going with it. This is I'd say halfway between a small house and a big house, because, or maybe it's probably a little bit smaller than a big house. So let's go ahead and extend this out to about, right now it's at 11, so 12, 13. I'm not sure. I think 13 is either a lucky or an unlucky number. So it's going to actually, this little area is going to be 13 wide. So there we have it, 13 wide. And that makes up a majority of pretty much all of it. So we're going to keep it at 13. So make it 13 wide, and then kind of counter it with this right on this side as well. So we're going to go ahead and counter just like that, just that simple. And so far, let's go ahead and just kind of, yeah, we'll just do that. Not 100% sure if we want to do that, but we're just going to keep it somewhat like this. So extend this whole row just like this. We're going to go ahead after that and add some quartz. So go ahead and get your quartz ready if you're kind of doing like a survival. If you're trying to do this in survival, I commend you. But so far right now, we're not going to finish off the roofing. The roofing will come last after everything's done. So what we're going to do now is, as you can see right here, we have this going on right here. So you can see this is going on just like this. We're going to go ahead and kind of let this go on a little bit more. Let's just take a look real quick, guys. Yeah, we're actually going to extend this out one more. So go ahead and do that. And I'd say let's take a quick peek at everything right here. This is going to go up a little bit. So we're going to make this go up 1, 2, 3 probably. We're going to make this actually go up. Yeah, right there. It's going to be right at 3. And then you're just going to extend it out like so. So go ahead and extend it out all the way to the edge right here. You can even go further because this thing is going to actually run through the whole house itself. Let's go ahead and do that. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and add, once we have one layer in between, so make one more layer right here. And what this is going to be comprised of is some jungle wood. Out of all things, jungle wood, right guys? It's going to look a little bit different than all the others. Actually, I think we're just going to use spruce wood. Let's keep using our spruce wood theme. So let's go ahead and use spruce wood. Make this go up all the way to where this is. So let's go ahead and extend this first, this block of quartz. Let's extend it out 1 more, 2, 1, 2. This thing is going to go all the way around the build as well. So go ahead, extend this out just like this. Extend this up with the jungle wood. Extend that just to right there. It's going to get kind of cut off by it, but then it's also going to be coming after it. So just keep extending up, and then it's just going to have one more layer on top of that. Let's do a time set day real quick, and then it should look something like this. So let's go ahead and go with this right here. Extend this out just 2, I'd say. Yeah, so it's going to be a 3 kind of block design, and I'd say this is going to be somewhat of a build where it's hollow on the inside. So we're going to keep that going just like that and extend it all the way down to the ground actually. So that's going to look kind of weird, but it's supposed to be like that. I'm actually going to do that if the blocks would register. So extend this all the way down to the ground. There we go. And I'd say this thing goes about 4 layers deep, 4 or 5 layers deep. So let's make it go 4. That seems about right, guys. So keep it going for 4. There we go. I'm doing this a very inefficient way, but hey, that's what you gotta do. So keep that going 4 just like this, and then extend it out. So we're just going to go ahead and do something of a somewhat like this. Just kind of lead this. I guess this is going to be the chimney. Haven't really looked quite much into the interior, but overall it should look somewhat like this. So let's go ahead and go up on that. There we go with that and that. I broke that right there. Let's go ahead and get that just like that. So it should look something like this, guys, right here. That's what it should look like. We're going to go ahead and fill everything in right here in regards to it. I'd say to right here is actually going to be filled in with quartz. So let's go ahead and do that right there. We're actually going to extend this cracked stone all the way, just one more. So just going to cave in one more, and not one, just right there. So just kind of do that for it all right there, and what that's going to allow us to do is actually bind them just like this. So let's go ahead and do that. Just make this go all the way down to, I'd say, right here, right to this one, right about here, and it should look somewhat like this. So it should look kind of like that right there. We're going to go ahead and keep extending on out with this quartz, and this thing goes on about 2 more out, so it should kind of wrap around as well. Let's go ahead and do that. Wrap around just like that. You can go ahead and just fill it in to make it kind of like a hollow inside. Actually, no, we didn't accomplish that at all. What we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and kind of finish off everything. This is the easier part of it all. And we're actually going to take some oak wood this time instead of spruce wood. This is oak wood, yeah. So I think we actually, yep, there we go. So we're going to actually use our oak wood now. Wherever this was placed, it's actually going to be placed right here. And just extend it out. So we're just actually going to extend out this block of quartz real quick. I always forget about the quartz. The quartz kind of acts as like a barrier. Just keep it to where I'd say it's about right here, then add about 4 more layers. So 1, 2, there's 3, this is 4 for me. So as you can see, from right here to right here, there's 4. And then what we're going to do is we're going to actually take advantage of that and use our oak wood and extend it all the way to that right there as well. So extend that all the way back to right here. We're actually going to keep that. Don't actually, we're going to delete that right there. I know deleting things, what's happening these days, and we're gonna actually replace that with quartz. So go ahead and replace that all with quartz, and then build under it, then build up. So I kind of misinterpreted that. I built out to the side, so should look somewhat like that. And I think we're just gonna actually go ahead and raise it above, so it should look something like that. Let's go ahead now, and on the same plane, just going to lead to this. So go ahead and fill this in with quartz right here. That means we're going to extend this out 1, but it's actually going to be extended out quite a bit more. So just extend this out right here. Then extend it out to the exact same length or width as this. So as you can see, that's only going to go out 3 more. So go ahead and extend the whole thing out just like that. And then we're going to make this thing about 3 wide. So 1, 2, 3. Or, oh my bad, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. Let's go ahead and extend all of this right here. This is our kind of like our base area. This is what we have to work with. Let's go ahead and do that. Don't fill that in. You don't need to fill it in. If you can keep things hollow, that just makes it for a little bit faster of a build. So there you have it right there. It should look somewhat like that. And we're actually going to extend this out, I'd say, about 3 more out. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 more out right there. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we're going to actually, we have the top layer. We're just going to get the bottom one going real quick. So there we have that right there. All we're going to need to do now is we're going to actually extend this up a little bit more. I'd say this thing goes over this right here. We're actually going to fill this in with our oak or spruce wood, wherever it is, or not spruce wood. We've been using jungle wood the whole time, guys. Did not realize that, so it's alright. If you guys have been using spruce wood, it's going to look just a little bit different. That's fine by me. I think that'd be fine by you as well. So there you have it right there. This thing is actually going to extend over and actually connect all the way to the top of this thing right here. So that's going to be how tall this thing is actually going to be. So let's go ahead and fill this all in. Fill everything in once you're done. And there you have it right there. There's our kind of like the part of our side, part of it. And we're going to go ahead now and go to the bottom. All the bottom is basically, all you do is just fill everything in. So real simple, real easy, real simple. All you do is just fill it in right there. And let's go ahead and put that back because I think we just accidentally deleted that. And what we're going to do right here is, yeah, that's all we're going to do. From this point on over here, it's just going to go from right here to right here filled in. So as you can see right there, this kind of acts as the barrier right there. Oh, no, wrong thing. So fill it in with glass panes all the way right there. This is just acts as kind of I don't know what you want to call it, but alright, so maybe if we just do that and extend it. Oh yeah, that's how we do it, guys. We go direct on and we come out with them. Glass panes are my nemesis right now. Like, holy crap, these things suck. Alright, let's see if we can get that. Oh crap. There we go. Alright. I think we filled everything in, so it should look somewhat like that. And actually I think we're just going to go ahead and fill this in just to kind of give it a theme to it. So it look somewhat like this right here, guys. Let's go ahead now and fill in the rest. So everything should look, I'd say, extended out. So we're going to start off with our glass panes right at this block right here. So I'm just kind of using that as a marker. It's probably best for you guys to do the same thing as well. So let's see what we have. We're just keeping on the same one. So let's go ahead and extend it all the way out to this marker right here. So if you guys have to use a marker, I definitely recommend using it, because I myself would have been going on forever if I didn't. So glass panes are very annoying. That's one thing I learned in this build. Alright, so let's keep on going with that. Keep on going right here as well. And then go down below. So there you have it, right? Oh, did we extend it out too much? Yep, we did. So see, I would have extended out. Now just kind of extend this out just a little bit, just one right now. That's just for, just for right now. This is just kind of references right there. So should look somewhat like that. And that's the side of the building right about now. Let's go ahead and get on into the back of the building. Oh, I forgot to do time set day. There we go. So I'll be right just 1 second with you guys. I'm just flipping on to the next one. There's actually the roof right there. There's the back. So the back is actually going to take just a little bit of time as well. So this build might actually be just a little bit longer than I thought it'd be. And I think we're going to go ahead and start off by just extending this out one more, this glass pane. So go ahead and extend that up and around like that. So it should look somewhat like that. It's just these things are keep wheeling me off. I'd say what we're gonna do, as you can see right here with this bad boy, what this ended up doing is something different. So we're gonna keep on going with this. Let's go ahead and start with this top layer right here. And basically all it's gonna take is, well, what's going on right there? Oh, we didn't fill this in. Alright, so as you can see, we have this right here. We're gonna go ahead now and just fill this, I'd say, from right here, from this reference right here. We're gonna go ahead and fill this in, probably 3 more down, 3 or 4 more down. So 4. Let's do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just keep that going 3 wide, just like that. And it should look pretty much. Just extend that one out 1, and then extend it back a few more. So just extend it back to meet this right here. Should look somewhat like this. Keep on going, extend these out right here, these quartz right here if you guys have to. I'm just using this temporarily. I'm just using 3 right now, so let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna go ahead and fill this actually in right here with our regular oak wood. So this one's actually going to just be too deep right here. So if you guys have to just keep it somewhat like that, kind of simplistic right now, kind of do that right there. This will actually end up being filled in. So let's go ahead and fill that in just to fill the void real quick. Alright, I should keep filling this part in with oak wood. Then go ahead and go with your blocks of quartz. Here we have it right here. And we're almost done with this part. Alright, so there we have it. Okay. So we're going to go ahead, and once we're done with that, as you can see, it's only 2 deep, but we're going to use some more cracked, what do you know, cracked stone bricks. So those are actually going to extend up a little bit. I'd say about 2 more out of that one. So keep that going just like that and feed that up all the way to this one right here. If I'm not mistaken, we're going to go out 3 now. So let's take this out 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And just take that out just like that. Should look somewhat like this right here. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and make this go up just a little bit. So just keep this going up right to the top, and we're going to actually have one more layer, and then extend it out too, just somewhat like this. And it should look something like that right there. And I'd say it's just one layer on top of that. So let's go ahead now and just fill that in right there, because that is looking very not good. There we go. And what we're going to do now is we'll just extend this little balcony area right here out. Go ahead and do that real quick. And time's actually flying, guys. I don't think we're going to be able to make the interior, so if you guys want the interior, we're going to go ahead and do that in a separate part. I'm sorry about that. I know I promised me that we weren't going to do something like that, but hey, it works out like that sometimes. Alright, so what we're going to do now is right in the middle of this third quartz block, kind of follow it over just like this, and this is going to be where you start your glass planes, or your glass panes, right here, just like that. So if you're doing identical to me, and this is actually going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out. So we're going to actually make this 7 out. This is actually be quite the lunker. 1, 2, 3. Oh, have we actually extended out? 1. Oh, here we go. No, that's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there we have it right there. It's going to look somewhat like that. And then we're going to go ahead now and then just extend it down to the bottom. So it's going to go to the bottom right here. If we can get a good look at that. There we go. There. Oh, come on, yellow rascal. Extend that out and just make this a square. These things are just literal terrible. I hate these things. I've spent more time. Accuracy. Hey. Accuracy. Hey, they're actually. Nope, don't want them like that. You jerks. We're having quite the problem here, guys. Alright, let's just keep extending them out. I thought we could make like kind of a square or something, like, or just work off of them, but that's not gonna work like that. So let's just extend these out. So terrible building skills, guys. I know I'm supposed to be the guy giving you tutorials, but you guys probably could do this in half the time I'm doing it. And I'm just having terrible Minecraft eye-hand coordination. That's always nice when it looks like that. And extend it out actually one more. So let's go ahead and do that. Boom, 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 and boom on the bottom. And then we have one more. So one more to account for. Oh, trying to work off that. And there we have it right there. Working off that. Take that out. Take all this out of consideration. Boom, boom. Is that a glass pane right there? So it should look somewhat like this, guys. That's kind of like our build or our gist right now. Go ahead and extend out your cracked stone bricks all the way out to right there. It's actually going to end up going over. So if you go over like 1, that's fine. That's all you can go over. Don't go over 2 like I just did right there. Go over 1 and then go all the way down to the bottom right there. Right there, just like that. And we're going to go ahead now and extend out this quartz. So this block of quartz is actually going to go below this. Alright. Just extend all the way up. We're actually going to have to do one more layer right down here as well. So there's actually going to be more layers, but we're just keeping it like that. So it should look somewhat like that right now. What we're going to go ahead and do now is we're going to go, let's go ahead and go and cut into this right here. So let's go and do that. What we're going to do now is we're just meeting up with this same area, so it's going to be right here. Make a block of quartz and extend it out 1. So extend this all the way down to right here as well. This thing's going to go about 2 wide. So just keep that going and then extend it up just like this, like that. and extend it out just like that. I probably use the word extend more than any. If you guys can count that, I'll personally give you $100, but I won't because I'm a cheapo. So now what we're going to do is get that oak wood out. We're going to extend that out too, and then just build it up with like that. It's actually not going to go to the top. It's going to be 2 layers below. No, it's just going to meet right here. So it's going to kind of meet right where the end of the glass panes are. So go ahead and do that, and then we're actually going to do one more thing. And let's go ahead, before we finish off this part right now, we're going to go into the last side. So we're going to go ahead and switch to the last image right here. That's the last side, just so we don't actually mess up the proportions of everything. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and just extend everything out. Extend this last thing of quartz out just so they meet each other. And we're not going to do the last side, but we're going to kind of meet the quartz right here, the quartz things right here. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So as you can see, we just kind of met the two together. We're actually almost done with this build, guys. If you didn't think about it, we're really close to done with the outside portion of everything. Let's go ahead and extend everything all the way out and do a time set day. This build has probably been close to an hour, so I apologize for that. It's been a lot longer than expected. So let's go ahead and extend all this out right here. We're going to do the finishing touches after that. And I'd say just keep it somewhat like this. So I'm actually going to exit out right there. I just want to see how much width we got going on for us. And that's how far we can go out with it. So let's go ahead and extend these two out. Just as far as deep as the last ones. Actually, we're going to make these 3. And then make one of these 2 right here. So just extend that out 2 right there, and it should look somewhat like this. So actually works out perfectly, guys, right here, and should be pretty good. So go ahead and extend these up just the same width as the other ones. And this actually, yeah, this is still 3 layers. So just making sure that looks pretty good right there. Alright, keep on going with that, and then we're going to extend this up. I'd say, so what we're going to use as a benchmark is this right here. You're actually going to go 1 down from this, so not from right there. We're just going to use the second one right there, and that's how far we're going to extend up. Probably wondering, and then just extend out pretty much all the way to the edge. So if we could create a benchmark, it's just there it is right there. Should look something like that. And if we have to, I believe we will use that in a minute, but go ahead and make it look like that. Flash weather clear. Go ahead and extend all the oak wood planks up just like that. I think you're actually going to need to extend this out around like this as well. So just go ahead and do that if you already do it right there. And there we have the actual back portion right there. We're actually going to need to go in and actually extend this out. Let's take a look real quick. So as you can see right here, we're going to go ahead now and go to, I'd say this thing goes all the way to this right here. So just kind of mark it. So as you can see right here, this is where we're going to mark it. Oh crap. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's the exact width. So this is where it's going to be. So extend your glass panes out all the way to that right there. And it's actually going to be right there. So I'd say about 3 more after that. So 1, 2, 3. With some errors, of course. You know, you got to have some errors. I'll just make 2 for mine. 4, 3, 8, 12. And I destroyed everything in the meantime. In the meanwhile. And something weird just happened. If you guys, I'm telling you, I guess I'm just a noob at building. I mean, I swear, I build quite a few builds already. If you guys want to know about any more of my builds, They're all on my YouTube page, and they're all have their own playlist. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So what we're going to do now for the bottom area right here is we're actually going to use oak wood. Go ahead and extend the oak wood out just 2 a piece, and then extend it all the way up to the top. Not like this, because I'm kind of screwing up right here. Then extend a relative thing right here. Use just an oak plank right here just to kind of make the determination. So it's gonna put that right there. We're actually gonna end up be using that. And what we're gonna do is 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So extend it out 4, and then extend down. And what this will allow us to do is kind of create a door area, and that's kind of cool. So what's actually going to happen is if you want to use a door, we're going to actually kind of extend this out, up and around. There you have it. There you have it right there as well. And just extend for a viable door option. So I think that's like a 2-way door. So if you guys want to do that, you can go ahead and amuse yourself with that. Add another layer of oak wood right as well. And then we're going to use the good old spruce wood planks once again. So let's go ahead and use those bad boys. Yep, just like this. I'd say extend them out 3, just in the same kind of manner you did all the way up to about 1 less before this. So extend that out just a little bit, just so you can go ahead and get somewhat of an idea. So go ahead, extend those spruce wood planks, keep extending them, and it should lead to right there. So that's what it should look like, just kind of like that, 3 down like that. And then go ahead and go up and over and around it using your oak wood. So let's go ahead and use something like that. And then we're going to go ahead and get our spruce wood and extend it out from right here. So extend it 1 out and then go 3 wide. So let's go ahead and do that. It's 3 wide. We're almost to the edge right here, so just extend it 3 wide just for right now, make it look somewhat like that, and then go ahead and get back at your oak wood, and just make sure you have all this, and extend it up. So extend all this up, and should look somewhat like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just extend this down. So let's go ahead and extend this block of quartz all the way down to, I'd say 3. It's just going to be 3 down. So go ahead and make this 3 down. Hope if we can do that. There we go. And there we have it right there. And then just extend it back like this. So go ahead and push this up as well. Boom. Should look somewhat like this. Go ahead, extend the oak wood out, and then we're going to fill all this in with glass. Boom. Boom. Still managed to screw it up even though there's only 2, and I screwed it up even more. Boom. 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 Hey, we actually have that one. So there's the actual back to this side right here. Should look somewhat like that. And last but not least, we're going to get this last side right here, and then the roof, and we should be done with the exterior. We're going to go ahead and get on into the interior in the next episode. I know I said we're going to do this all in 1 episode, but after really working hard on this bad boy, I've realized that that is not going to happen. So let's go ahead now and get our block of quartz and extend 3, 2. We're going to use 2 right there. Alright guys, sorry I had to be back for a minute. I just had an interruption. So just extend this out 2 right here. And just do it all right there. And then kind of extend it out 1 as well. So it should look somewhat like this. And keep going up with it until you meet this right here, this bad boy. And this thing is actually going to extend all the way out to just the finish line, I guess you could say. And yeah, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. So we're actually going to meet these two up. So let's just go ahead and do that right here. These are all going to meet up just like this, all the way to the top. Looks kind of interesting, guys. But here it is right here. And let's see, let's take a look. Alright, should look somewhat like that. Yeah. Extend this all the way up. One more, guys. My bad about that. And then let's go ahead, and since this actually needs to go out, we're just gonna keep that just like that. So I had to delete a few things, just we made a few errors, but overall should look somewhat like this right here. Yep, there we go. Yeah, just trying to confirm everything. Let's go ahead and do that. There we have it right there. It's looking good. Last time, set day. We're actually going to extend this all the way out. Probably not. Actually, we're going to keep our own a little spice to it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and get that oak wood. Let's go ahead, before we do all this, extend more quartz out, because that's just going to help us all. So there you have it right there. Just extend that all the way out, and then add some oak wood to this side right here. So it should look something like this. And then we're going to go down, I'd say 1, 2, 3. Yep, and then go down from here. So after you extended that out 3, should look somewhat like this. And then we're going to go ahead and add our spruce wood, or whatever we used on the other side, which was, let's take a look real quick. I think we were using jungle wood, actually. Yep, we were using jungle wood. So keep using that jungle wood if you're using jungle wood already. So extend that out 1, 2, 3. And then it should look somewhat like this. And then just go up with it, just like the others. And go up with it just like this. And we're actually going to go up and around just like we did last time. So there you have it right there. That's actually going to go all the way down. So if you want to do that, want to go ahead and start on that, you guys can go ahead and do so. See if we have that perfect. Actually, that's only going to right there. So let's go ahead and expand that. Not wait, did I usually say that? Extend. I usually say extend, not expand. Oh yeah, got you guys there. Alright, so keep on going with that. And go out like you do with the other one as well. So for right now, we're just going to keep it looking like that. So should look somewhat like that right there. And then we're going to go ahead and pretty much get this to go all the way up with our more oak wood. And we're going to meet it off at the end right here, just like these. Go ahead and extend this one more time with quartz, so make it look like that. And there you have the top layer. You can actually fill this in with some glass panes as well. So if you're like me and have figured out the way to put glass panes on, there you go. Use that right there. Use that on both. There you have it right there. Now we're going to go to our bottom area right here. This is really simple, guys. All you're going to do is fill this in with glass. It kind of sucks, but that should be alright. So let's go ahead and do that. We're actually going to need, I'd say, go ahead, fill this in right here. Or just fill it in like this. Yeah, fill it in just like this, if you can, or if you want to. And fill it up. And what we're going to do now is just fill this part in with glass. Yay, more glass painting. And then we're pretty much done with the bottom, the top, and everything which way else. So let's go ahead and fill everything up. There we have it. Alright guys, almost done right here. We're on the home stretch. We're going to have to delete that. Alright, almost there. Let's go ahead and fill that part in. boom, boom, and then keep pressing along. There you have it right there. Oh, kind of deleted a few. Should look somewhat like that. Then we're gonna go around like this. So let's go ahead, fill this down below. Actually, that was looked pretty weird right there. And it's gonna look somewhat like this. So once again, guys, this is not going to exactly mimic the build I'm building off of. It's gonna look somewhat different on the outside, just real slight. I mean, the overall theme is still there, but we do have some changes that I made, just for the fact that I might have looked at the building wrong, or I didn't really like it, so I wanted to make some changes myself. Alright, let's keep on going down with this, and then extend this out 2 more. Boom, boom. Let's go ahead and do that, and there we have it right there. I tend to always bite off more than I can eat, guys, and that tends to kind of ruin me. So there we have it right there. There's everything on the bottom, top. We're going to now do the roof and be done with this part. So I'm going to go back to the roof. It's pretty simple though. All you're going to have to do is just fill this bad boy in. So let's start off with this right here. Let's go ahead and do that. So if you guys haven't noticed, this build was a lot bigger than I actually intended it to be. It took a lot longer. I'm glad we got most of the exterior done with in one part though, or the exterior done with in one part. That's always very nice. And now what we're gonna have to do is just do the interior, and that should take maybe 30-45 minutes. So definitely didn't realize, definitely bit off more than I can handle, and got shot in the butt for it, so I might get some dislikes from that, but it's alright. Go ahead and fill this part in right here as well. Just try and take a look at all this. Most of this is just other stuff. So, otherwise, aside from that, I think we're just filling the rest in right here. Yeah, we're just gonna fill the rest in right here with our blocks of quartz. So let's go ahead and do that. Real simple, real easy. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of section this off. So once we're going to be done with this, I'm pretty sure you guys have probably already killed yourself if you were watching this. But hey, I had a good time actually building this. I really tried coming in with a good solid foundation and a plan. I took a lot of pictures, really kind of I built this once already, not the same exact version, but I went ahead and built it already and kind of went around and tried to give you guys a more professional tutorial, because I know a lot of you guys who have seen my builds have seen how very long they take. A lot of them take like 10 parts, and I know that's very annoying for some of you guys, so I just wanted to go ahead and tell you all that. I'm sorry about that, but we should be good now. I think we're getting faster and faster at becoming a Minecraft builder, and we're almost done roofing off. Once we get done with everything, this thing should look like a solid Minecraft modern house. And then if you guys are not into, like, figuring out the interior is literally going to be uploaded probably right and during the same day, or either the next other day. I cannot say that, or every other day, the day after tomorrow. You know what? It's gonna be a 2-day span before we upload the next episode. You guys probably who are watching this probably don't really care, because it's probably too late. So there we have it right there. We filled up all the, oh no, we haven't. Alright guys, so here it is right here. Here's our Minecraft modern house build. Should look somewhat like this. Real easy, real fast. We're gonna fill some things in with more things than others. So here's just a quick look at it. Looks pretty good, guys, so far, and didn't take too long, about an hour and a half, not sure how long. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed this, please leave a like. Be sure to check out for part 2. That should be up very shortly after. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure I am going to die because I've been talking for an hour and a half straight. Thanks for watching, guys. Once again, I'll see you in the next part. It should be in the description once uploaded, so if you're looking for the next part, it's either going to be in the same playlist, so it could be queued up next, or it's in the description. Look out for the download link below. Thanks for once again, guys. I'll see you next time, and later.